We got Mick Aussie stepping up and then see what Mick thinks about baseball compared to cricket. What's going on, Mick?
Hi, Mick.
Oh, man, I was driving around with a red-hot Blue Jays fan today, and I was telling him my Roger Clemens story and a few others. So, yeah, I follow the Blue Jays, but, wow, they didn't do too good tonight, did they? But they can come back.
They better. They're in a must-win situation tomorrow. What'd you think of the Adelaide 36ers win earlier in the week against Phoenix? Pretty cool, huh? Your hometown.
Oh, that's incredible, where Josh Giddey played the year before. But unbelievable, their payroll was something like $2 million compared to nearly $200 million for the Phoenix Suns. Wow. So, yes, the boys in Adelaide, the radio, and all over Australia were loving it. Sure, we're not as good, but basketball has really picked up in Australia, as we've said the past few years. My nephew plays, the kids are playing. They're all watching the NBA on Instagram because they see how the players are making so much money. So, yes, basketball is growing in Australia. I watched the 36ers years ago on a corporate box, so, yeah, I'm a fan. But you follow it a bit more than me. I know that.
What happened on December 28th, 1836?
I was probably in a past life somewhere.
In Australia. Yeah, I know you weren't.
We know you weren't alive. He's not asking for the newspaper.
The colony of South Australia was officially proclaimed on December 28th, 1836.
Wow, I didn't know that.
How about that?
Well, we caught you off guard. Huh? A little, I even bigged you up. I said your AFL history is pretty good, but your Australian national history sucks. It's like your 4th of July. This is like your big day, isn't it? Let me ask you, is December 28th a holiday there?
No, that's Boxing Day's holiday, December 26th, and January 26th is Australia Day holiday.
January 26th, huh?
Yeah.
You guys are whacked. It should be December 28th.
Just pick dates. This said the 26th of January. We'll make it that. That's interesting.
It's
I did
random,
bet the no, Mick.
You did.
I said we
I thought he'd know for sure. I thought he'd know. I would have lost it.
Listen, Gabe had you backed. He said Mick will know. Mick's very knowledgeable about the Aussie rules stuff. He's gonna know. It's his country.
Even Cam knew. Cam randomly guessed.
Cam knew right away.
Because basically, Mick, we said, why are they the 36ers? We're like, I don't know, like half the 76ers. Like, why are they the 36ers? Kind of a weird name. So we're like, why? I don't know. Like, yeah, I was like, wow, we can't rip off. Well, let's rip off the 76ers, but 36ers. You know what I mean? And Cam said, I don't know. Cam said it's probably some anniversary or some special date for their country or something like that.
It's exactly.
We looked it up, and and we looked it up. 36ers nickname comes from the fact that the colony of South Australia was officially proclaimed on December 28th, 1836.
Oh, well, cool.
They used to be called the Eagles.
You caught me out. You caught me out. Good. I'll take that defeat.
That's all right.
I didn't know history either. I love history, but I didn't know it.
And Mick, we even get to your Denver Donkeys last night. Dude,
what
the hell's going on, Mick? Nate Hackett sucks. Russell Wilson blows. It's a disgrace. What the hell's that?
Remember the mask I had? Well, I still found the remnants of the full Donkeys mask.
The donkey mask?
Right. Terrible. Terrible.
That's all you have to say?
How do you explain what happened in Denver last night, Mick? Come on.
Oh, here we go. You know, Nate Hackett is a golf hack. You know what happens to horses that are not very good? They get put to the abattoirs and the big bolt gets put through their head and they're dead for horse meat and dog meat. Now, I'm not saying...
Well, a little graphic. You could come up with another.
I mean, that was a little strong. I mean, come on.
You told me what I thought. If he was a horse, he'd be put to the abattoirs.
Is there any hope? Or do you have any hope as a Bronco fan? I mean, what are you left with after that game? What are you left with?
And you know what else? If I have to admit I'm wrong with Pete Carroll, the big mouth gum chewing guy that gets in the ref's face disgustingly, if I have to admit that Pete Carroll is correct and Russell Wilson is done/nearly done, I'm going to hate to have to admit that because I don't like Pete Carroll, but it's not looking good. Terrible decision. Take the 3 points, go up 6, forced Matt Ryan to go down and score a touchdown. No wonder even 12-year-old girls in the crowd were booing and stuff. They probably know nothing about football. He's so bad. Gabe, you're right. Hackett is a hack, a golf hack. He's an absolute disgrace. Bronco country is mad. We started off thinking the year was going to be great. Pharrell's mate, Adam Kaplan, even picked him to go to the AFC Championship. And I like Adam Kaplan. We are terrible. Jerry Judy's made a brittle glass. We're absolutely a disgrace. I'm not happy.
Yeah, you said it. It's. I don't even know how Nate Hackett manages to get to the stadium. Like, he's so stupid. I don't know how he finds the stadium. He must have a personal driver.
He's got the Waze app. What are you talking about? Get anybody anywhere that Waze app.
Could he get a GPS Waze app on the field to help him coach?
It might help.
You know what? Siri would do a better job than this guy. Hey, Siri, should we kick the field goal or go for it? Kick the field goal. All right, thanks, Siri. Siri would be a better head coach than Nate Hackett.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's do this thing. I am Gabe Morency. We're kicking it. Dave Sharapan in the house. We got Mick Aussie throwing it down with us right now as well. All right, let's get down to business. Mick, we got a CFL game going on right now as we speak, but we've got our eye on the Major League Baseball playoffs. Yet, as it is right now, 7-6 for Saskatchewan over the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Games coming up a little bit later on in the CFL before we get into the National Football League. Steve Merrill will join us as well. We got BC and Toronto this week on the card, and your Edmonton Elks at Winnipeg. Winnipeg minus 12.5. BC Lions at Toronto. What's your take, Mick, on the CFL card this week?
Oh, the BC Lions at the Argos. That's going to be a really good one. Argos are favoured by 1 point. I'm going to have confidence in him. The BC Lions, Vernon, Adam Juniors is doing well. They smashed the Red Blacks last week. The Argos got smashed by the Stampeders. I think the Lions might get that one done, but tough away from home. And then the Elks, let's hope they can cover. I really do hope they put up a good performance away from home. They're better away from home, but the Bombers are very good. So probably the Bombers win. I just hope the Elks cover and have a good game. And then next week here against the Argos, they get their first win, but not far away to the Grey Cup, Gabe. So, yeah, it's coming down to the end of the season. Loving it.
What is it now? Was it like 3,000 days and counting? We're getting up here. I know it's not that high. That elusive first home win, huh?
It's unbelievable.
Is it going to happen?
With eight and a half minutes to go last week, we were up 18-17, I think, against your Alouettes. They did a terrible mistake. It got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Alouettes got the touchdown. Then they made another mistake. It's in their heads now. It's in some of the players' heads, absolutely. And I said the jinx might be real, and a couple of my friends didn't like that. So, they're coming good. Jones has discovered some really good players, so the future's looking all right.
Are they going to rush the field when they win a game at home? This is going to be like a big deal, right? They're going to rush the field or something?
Mate, there's Elk Island, a beautiful lake about 20 k's east of the city. I think the Elks might come in droves, and the Elks might rush the field as well.
You watch the baseball, Mick?
Oh, I'm a casual fan, yeah. When the Blue Jays play well, I like them. But I've seen I've been to the Rockies games in Colorado, saw Verlander pitch for the Detroit team. So, yeah, especially when the Blue Jays do well, I follow it.
All right, Mick, what do you got for us in the NFL this week? What are your best bets? What's the Mick Aussie algorithm sheet have? What's your play sheet?
What's the sheet?
You should bring your sheet down to Nate Hackett. It's better than his plays. You should be the coach.
All right. I'm feeling confident this week, and I've listened to less shows. It's called Gut Feel, and I'm going on my own feel. We got the three-way multi last week, but your Bills and Packers made me scared. Okay, let's go. I like the Bills and the Chiefs and the Packers as the most definite to win. And then the 49ers as well. I think the 49ers will smash Baker Mayfield. He might be cooking buns again. He's going to be in trouble against that 49ers D-line. I also like the Cowboys on the plus and probably to win as well. And I like the Titans to win well. So, yeah, I'm a bit more confident this week, but be careful. And you boys, I hope your number 5 squad didn't bet on the Broncos again.
Yeah, we
Don't
did.
bring it up. I mean,
Yeah, we did last week too. It's too. I know.
We weren't bringing that up today.
It was done. We hope
we
I
got the
didn't
Bronco
even bet
talk
on
over with. But they did in
They
the
should have
Shady
won.
Five.
They should have won 30-6. All right. That
Did
game
I
should have
hear
been a
you
rout.
say that the Cowboys plus the points and on the money line? You said they're going to win the game outright, Mick?
Look, there's
Cooper
going to
Rush.
be upsets. There's going to be upsets,
Yes.
all right? So
Yes,
you're going to try
that's
and
fine.
pick the teams that might upset. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think the Cowboys
Okay.
defense might get it done, and the Rams are going average. But yeah, and there'll probably be more Cowboys fans there in
That's
LA
true.
than the Rams.
Did I hear you say Tennessee to beat the Commanders too? Was that a confident pick or was that just a middle of the road pick? Because
That's a shady 5 pick. Cam's on the Commanders.
That's a shady 5 pick. He did. Don't look so shocked. Cam picked the Commanders. You don't like it. Look at Mick's face. He never does.
Joe Lisi was on earlier, Dave, with us in hour 1, and his best bet. I said, "What's your best bet in the NFL?" Without hesitating, Tennessee Titans, Gabe. I'm like, oh boy. Mick, what do you like the Titans over the Commanders?
He does.
Oh, absolutely. Derek Henry, the good coach down there. Nah, the Commanders are not very good. Terrible name as well. Carson Wentz? All we got to do is hit him once. He's brittle. He's injury prone. He's got a big head. He's got tickets on himself. I like the Titans to win that one. Absolutely, I do.
Oh, boy. Cam's the only
Dave, how you feel?
Cam's on an island. He's the only person that thinks the Commanders
He's probably going to be right.
I hope he's right. I hope he's right.
And Merrill
really
likes
do.
the Panthers plus the points against the Niners.
It's the right side of the game. I mean, you can't lay the points with the Niners coming off of that Monday
Their
night game.
offense isn't really built to blow anybody out, right?
But the Panthers, I mean, they're terrible.
Would actually.
Can I ask Mick one more question about one more game? Kansas City and Oakland.
Oh.
Mick, I mean, is it? Come on.
Oh.
You're calling them
Not
Oakland. You
Oakland,
live in
Vegas.
Vegas. They're in your
I know,
city
but
still.
I refuse to believe it.
Can't believe I mentioned that. Chiefs will destroy those Las Vegas Raiders. And the coach, Joshy McDaniels, he's going to be calling Billy Belichick to ask for his job back soon. But hey, what about your Steelers and Bills? I want to talk about that one. Dave, this is what's going to happen. Kenny Pickett from Pitt, now the Pittsburgh Steelers, who threw 3 picks last week. Next week, he'll be on the sidelines picking his nose after the Bills beat your Steelers.
Oh, wow. All right. I don't know about all that. Like,
what
I didn't know you were.
Do you think the Steelers are
going
to cover, Dave?
I do right now. I think the Steelers are going to cover. I think they're. I don't know how, and I don't know how many points they're going to score. I think they got to score 21 to cover.
Do they cover or do they backdoor cover it?
Probably backdoor. It's 31-14.
Like, is it going to be close all game, or is this sort of like, oh, they slid in the backdoor, right?
Bills will probably blow them out in the first half, right? This will be one of those ones. It'll be 17-3 at halftime.
With a new
Bills'
quarterback, Dave, they almost have to. It's almost a good angle, though, for the rest of the season for overs, too, with Steeler games. They won't quit with Pickett at the quarterback.
Hell no.
Like, even if they take their lumps, they have to. It'll be like, all right, listen, let him throw it, and at least whatever. He'll get, we'll get the interceptions out of his system and let him learn, right? So at least that way, they won't be like, oh, we're going to lose anyways. No, they'll be like, no, we got to get this kid reps and stuff. We got to let him throw the ball around.
I totally agree. I think that's why I like the over. So, but yeah, it's not. I don't think the Steelers are going to be like competitive to win the game. It's not going to be like 27-24, something like that. I think it's 31-17, 31-20, 31-21, something.
I think the Bills will cover, but we'll get to it after. Mick, great stuff.
Thanks, Mick.
Yeah, well, Trubinci's got inside info on the Bills, so you might, Dave, your Steelers might cover. Have a good weekend, guys. See you later.